Hello, my name is Robin. I'm here today to talk about a book I wrote and something I'm starting called the Self First Revolution in an effort to help other women learn how to put themselves first. So my book is called Free. Memoirs of an Abused Woman. I'm going to try to keep these lights off my glasses. And it's the story of my life. It's raw, it's unfiltered, it's messy, it's painful, and it's real. So before I get into talking about the Self-First Revolution, I want to tell you why I'm doing this. So when I was just a teenager, that's when abuse first entered my life. It was mental, physical, sexual. I was young and naive, and I thought that love was control. I thought that love was compromise. And for 3 very long years, I was a prisoner in my own relationship. I survived things that no girl, no human being should ever have to survive. And eventually I did get the courage to leave. But those scars followed me for years. So not long after that, I thought I'd found my safety. My first husband was charming. He was believable, convincing. He hid his addiction very well. For a while, I believed that I had finally found love and partnership. And then the mask slipped off. I discovered the drug use. I discovered unpaid bills piling up, for months. And suddenly here I am with 3 small kids, all under the age of 5, and my life is in shambles. I find out that my husband is on drugs and he's not paid bills in months. So I made him leave. I had no choice, I felt like, at the time. And then I had to try to piece my life back together again. Broken, broke, exhausted, overwhelmed, but I was determined, and that's when I learned how strong a mother can really be. My second marriage, it looked better on the outside. He respected me in many ways. But when it came to my kids, it was kind of a nightmare. He was an alcoholic. And, the more he would drink, the more shitty he would be. He would punish them for just stupid things, criticize, just be mean, and just wanting to, make them act right, is what he would say. They need to act right. So, here I am doing everything. I'm working, I'm mothering, I'm managing the whole household, I'm holding everything together, while he broke down the people that I loved. And eventually I had to face the reality, that this was not a marriage. This was just another form of survival. And, I couldn't sacrifice my kids anymore, to keep the peace. So we broke up. I divorced him. And again, another piece of me shattered, but I'm still alive. I'm still moving and I'm still fighting. So I decided to write this book because silence damn near killed me. For years I kept everything hidden. I smiled while I was crumbling inside. I worked, I parented, I survived, all while, holding on to these secrets that were eating me alive. But I've learned that silence doesn't heal. Telling the truth heals. And that's why my book is raw and unfiltered. And, that's why I put it all out there. It's time. It's time for people to know. And I know I'm not the only one. So maybe my story can be the lifeline that someone else needs to hear at this moment. So, after all of that, the abuse, addiction, heartbreak, divorce, 2 divorces, I finally realized that I had no idea who I was. I didn't feel complete without being for someone else. I had lived for everyone else in my life, the abuser, for the addict, for the alcoholic, for my children, for everyone but me. And then one day it hit me, I matter too. My energy, my worth, my boundaries, my peace and my voice, they all matter. And that's what the self-first reclamation method is about. It's 5 pillars to take back what trauma stole. It's reclaiming your energy, rediscovering your worth, reclaiming your boundaries, creating a peace-first life, and reclaiming your voice. This is the self-first revolution, and it's about learning to choose yourself, not out of selfishness, but out of survival, healing, and power. Okay, now I won't sit here and tell you that I'm perfect, because I am not. I'm still healing, I'm still growing, and I am still working on myself. But here's what's changed. I no longer apologize for having boundaries. I no longer carry the shame of my past. I rest without guilt. If I need to rest, I rest. I look at my reflection and I see someone worthy, and that's so important. I know that deep in my bones, I don't need anyone else to save me, because I have saved myself. So here's what I'm asking of you. If this story resonates with you, if you've been where I've been, or if you know someone else that is trapped in silence, help me spread this message. Grab a copy of my book. The link is in the description. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with someone who might need to hear it. This is more than just a book. It's more than a program. It's like a whole movement that I'm trying to build here. And the self-first revolution starts here, and it starts with you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And most of all, thank you for choosing yourself.